All right. Good morning and welcome to 5 Minutes or More with Pastor. Been quite some time since we've been on here, so this may be even unexpected for some people. We had our family had a good time away. It was relaxing and restful somewhat. Um, Today is Thursday, July 23rd, and it is an overcast and cool morning here, but we're glad to be back home and glad to jump back into things, and so wanted to jump back into 5 minutes more with Pastor. Good morning, Hope. Hope you're doing well. Looking here at a few other people that are jumping on. Just want to share just a quick thought with you, like we had before. Psalm 73 is where we are, and I don't know about you, but I think there are times in my life, and I'm sure every believer's had these thoughts at times in their life, where they look around and it seems like getting ahead in life or just catching a break at times. Thank you, Anita, for the welcome home. Sometimes just like catching a break seems. Good morning, Fred. Uh, can seem to be really difficult. Like, man, I'm serving the Lord. I'm trying to do what's right. My relationship with the Lord is right and good. Man, sometimes it just seems really difficult to get ahead. And then we look around and it seems like wicked people sometimes, or people that give no mind, no care to God, seem to so easily get ahead. And it's like, I don't understand what's going on. In Psalm 73, Asaph had the same issues that were going on in his brain. Look at verses 2 through 3. He says, "But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped." And here's the reason why. Verse 3 says, "For I was envious of the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked." I mean, he's frustrated by this. He's like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm trying to honor and serve the Lord of my life, and things just don't ever seem to break my way. And these people over here are living wickedly and against God, and things seem to always go their way. And he says it very clearly. He said, my feet were almost gone. My steps had when I slipped, and I was envious of them. I was so envious. I was jealous of what had happened to them. I just didn't understand. Psalm 73 is a long psalm. It has 28 verses in it, but verse 17, turning point. In verse 17, it says this, because in the next couple of verses, he kind of explains the frustration a little bit more. Verse 17 says this: so I had these feelings until I went into the sanctuary of God. Then understood I their end. This whole time, Asaph was so maybe frustrated, jealous, and confused. And it wasn't until he went into the temple, he went into the sanctuary of God and spent time with him. And it was there that he realized that everything on the surface, everything in the now, didn't explain everything. He realized what he says in there, their end. He understood that, yeah, things may seem great for them right now, but one day they'll have to stand before the Lord and have to answer for their life. And while things will be great now, they won't be then. And for me, maybe things aren't great now, but they will be then. They may not be great now, but they will be for eternity. And for them, they may be great for this moment, but they won't be for eternity. The story's told of Charles Finney. And Charles Finney was, some people call him the most influential evangelist in history. And he had actually he was a brilliant law student and had a possibility of having a great life as a lawyer. And just after graduation, the story is told that he visited a respected law office for an interview. And in that interview, he was asked a few questions. One of them said, "What are you going to do after graduation?" One of the lawyers asked. To which Finney answered, "Practice law." And then the guy looked at him and said, "And then what?" And Finney said, "Get rich." And then the guy looked at him again and said, "Then what?" And then he said, "Travel and see the world." And the lawyer looked at him again and said, "Then what?" And he said, "Retire." And they asked again, "Then what?" And he said, "Travel some more." "Then what?" And he finally got to the point where he said, "Well, I guess then I'll die." And the lawyer looked at him one more time and said, "Then what?" There was a long pause at that moment. And even from his own mouth, Finney said the words, "Judgment, judgment." He said it 3 more times: "Judgment, judgment, judgment." He quickly excused himself from that interview. He went into a wooded area and thought about that reality all day long. And it was at that moment that he dedicated his life to Jesus Christ and served him from that point forward. He served the Lord with every ounce of strength and every ounce of service that he could. And it changed his life and changed the generation in which he lived, because he realized that what he could gain here and now was nothing in comparison to what he could gain in the future. I don't know, for some people, the here and now is difficult. The here and now is hard. People that love and serve the Lord struggle. But I want to encourage you, and I know this is hard, but look past the here and now and look to eternity and realize that you'll have all of the riches and all of the goodness and all of the comfort and all of the blessing that comes along with being a child of God. That's what awaits you. I can't make any promises of health, wealth, and all of those kinds of things, but I can tell you, you do have a great future if you know Jesus Christ as your personal Savior. And I pray that it'll fill your heart with hope, your mouth with a song, a pep in your step, knowing that even if things aren't great here, they will be great one day as we are with the Lord. And I hope that encourages you today. And I hope it will help you to realize that the people around you who maybe seem like everything is perfect and works out for them, that isn't always the case. And that God is righteous and God does what's right. And we just trust him with that. Thank you, Fred. We did have a good, relaxing time away. I heard not much happened around here while I was gone. No, I was kept in the know and communicated quite a bit while we were gone. Obviously, we'll have more to talk about that here in the coming this coming Sunday. But even trying to get a little bit more caught up since we've been home. But exciting times, and excited to see what the Lord has for us. And so, thank you guys for tuning in this morning and for being faithful to that. And I hope you have a good rest of the day. So we'll talk to you later.